Did you know that there are Osu speedrunners? Well, chances are you might have seen the #1 player, mrekk, speedrun his way to the top 50 ranks in 1 hour and 50 minutes. That is crazy. Or what about the time he casually speedrun his way to BTMC's PP in 2 hours and 37 minutes?
It took this man less than 3 hours to gain all the PP I have on my profile? Brother, I spent 10 years playing this game to get to where I am today. And this dude did it in 3 hours?
But it's more than just speedrunning your way to a certain amount of PP. Let's have a look at what Osu speedruns are in their entirety. As we just established, there are speedruns to certain PP milestones or ranks. These are most likely the ones you'll see on YouTube. Top players like mrekk and lifeline have popularized the format the most. Like lifeline's video where he speedruns to 3 digits in 1 hour. Now for those who do not play Osu, it is against the rules to have multiple accounts. So instead, speedrunners for this category use a different game called mrekk. It's basically a replica Osu client that allows you to make multiple accounts alongside having access to a bunch of cool and useful features that the stable client doesn't give you. But let's look at the rules for this category if you are interested in trying it out. This is applicable to all of the PP speedruns. Your goal is to get X amount of PP on a new profile, and you have to create a new mrekk profile like I mentioned before. Now here are the proper rules. 1. Time starts after pressing play in the main menu. 2. Time ends when the profile's PP amount is visible in the song select menu, or if it's a low PP category, for example 100 PP, the time ends when the PP value is visible on the result screen. 3. You can only play ranked beat maps. But you know how I was talking about the useful features on mrekk? Well, you can't manually change the CS, AR, OD, HP, or BPM in the mod menu. However, flipping the screen in experimental mods is allowed. 4. You can't use relax, autopilot, or target practice mod. Oh, and there are video requirement rules. If you're going to be taking more than an hour, you can pause by chilling in the main menu, and the time resumes when you go back into song select. However, you can only pause once per hour. Then there are some more specifics about combining your runs into one whole continuous video, blah 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 blah. Now, all of this sounds fine to the people that play Osu, but others that don't really play the game might be confused on how they will be able to speedrun when some of the maps are longer than the runs submitted. Well, that's where mods come in. Let me break down the mods that would help you in these runs, briefly. Double time. Double time is a mod that increases the map speed not by 2 times, but instead 1.5 times the speed, therefore increasing the approach rate and BPM. Hard rock. Hard rock flips the map upside down and increases the approach rate to 10 from certain approach rates. If it is not 10, then it's most likely a low star map. Hard rock also increases the OD, or overall difficulty, making it less lenient. The circle size increases, meaning the circles get smaller. Hey, whose idea was that? And when you combine double time and hard rock, you get AR11, the fastest approach rate in the game. Hidden. Hidden is used as a preferential mod for reading. However, it still rewards extra PP. It basically doesn't show the approach circles, and some people's playstyle actually revolves around this mod. And easy. The easy mod doesn't make the game any easier, but what it does do is reduce the approach rate, overall difficulty, HP drain, and circle size, so bigger circles. This is only applicable if you're speedrunning the full combo or SS category, which we will be getting into soon. You can actually use some of these in combination to make your runs easier, but most people opt for using DT only. Anyways, let's have a look at the leaderboards for the performance point mrekk category. Right off the bat, we can see that there are a plethora of categories ranging from 100 PP to 20,000 PP. Unfortunately, the 10,000 to 20,000 PP categories are rendered useless, as there are no runs submitted. I don't know the reason why, since mrekk has speedrun his way to top 50 before, but maybe because it was an unofficial speedrun or he didn't submit it. But we can look at the 7,500 PP category, where lifeline sits at first place with a time of 9 minutes and 4 seconds, mrekk coming second place trailing with 9 minutes and 41 seconds, and Accolibed coming third at 17 minutes and 44 seconds. There are 4 other times currently submitted, with all of them taking around an hour. Now for the average Osu players, you might look at this and say, why would I care? It's not like I can beat their records. Well, that's where the lower PP categories come in clutch. Let's look at the 100 PP one. Damn, these are close, with the difference between first and second being 50 milliseconds. But it's nice to have more representation here, and there are actually 73 runs submitted this time. The 250, 500, 1000, and 2500 PP categories are similar with more submitted runs, but it slowly decreases. Oh look, there is Cat, Bob, and Nyrix. So why are we looking at the lower PP runs? Well, I know I was being a doomer with my Osu is a waste of time video, but I mean this genuinely. If you play the game or are looking for ways to enjoy it, why not give speedrunning a chance? I would really like to see more competition in these leaderboards, and if it sounds like something you would like to do for fun, or if you want to be the best, then go ahead. Honestly, I'm a big fan of speedrunners in every game, and I have a lot of respect for them. Whilst Osu speedrunning is sort of simplistic, other games that have a lot more intricate mechanics or require more RNG than others are a delight to watch. Just watching someone perfect their craft and showcasing it at the highest level of play is special. One of my favorite speedrunners is Small Ant. Not because he's particularly any good, but because he's very entertaining. Osu speedrunning should have more of a spotlight, and I guess it sort of does, but it's not very active. So once again, I actively encourage you to have a go, and if you don't like the idea of speedrunning to a certain rank, maybe because of your hatred for farming,
that's a shame.
there are other less known categories that people never talk about. Starting with the full combo category. The full combo category has a lot more variety, so let me guide you through it. Let's take the 10 full combo runs for example. Your goal is to get a full combo for 10 maps that have to be ranked or approved, and only one difficulty is allowed per beat map, meaning you can only play a map from a specific map set once, and all the others cannot be played again. The rules are simple. Time starts after pressing solo in the main menu. For this type of run, mrekk will not be used because you can attempt this on Bancho without having your account being restricted. 2. Time ends when the score screen of the last FC is visible, or the first frame the song select menu is visible after the last FC. 3. For Osu standard speedruns, you can use any other mod except the following: Relax, Autopilot, Spun Out, Target Practice, Auto, and Cinema. 4. Finally, private servers like Ripple, Akatsuki, Gotari, etc. are allowed, but if you choose to play on them, you have to play maps that are ranked on Bancho. So maybe if you made a little mistake and somehow got your account restricted, you can still have a go at playing on your favorite private server. But let's go back to number 3. Notice how I emphasized Osu standard speedruns? Well, in the other category for PP, it was only standard. Now we have speedruns for Taiko, Catch, Mania, and multiple? Anyways, this makes the range of participation wider, as I know not everyone is a standard player. So I encourage you to give it a try and see where you can get on the leaderboard. However, there are not only 10 FC runs, it's split into 4 types. 10 FCs, 25 FCs, 50 FCs, and even 100 FCs. Props to you if you plan to do the 100 FCs one, that's some dedication. There is one last and final section of speedrunning, and that's the SS grade category, where it's basically the same as the full combo category with all the same rules, but as the category name implies, it's SS scores instead. Bro, I'm just imagining being on the 10th map and then fucking up on the last note. That would be so sad. Or imagine if it's your 100th. I assume if you mess up, you can still continue with the run, but at that point it's a time loss. But look at this man go. He has the number 1 place for 25, 50, and 100 SS scores. But in the 10 SS one, he got gapped by Seva, another player who is number 1 in some of the other categories. Also, you know how I briefly mentioned the easy mod before? Well, in these types of runs where the players are speedrunning for FCs or SSs, the low OD allows them a larger hit error, so more room for leniency. Which is why if you look at the runs, they are using easy with a combination of DT to speed up the runs. I actually came up with this video idea when I stumbled across a video by CFX, another Osu YouTuber, where he was quote unquote speedrunning to rank number 1, with cheats. Like, I know bro is trying to be innovative in such a simple game where you literally have to click circles, but it's funny to me that this guy uses cheats in most of his videos, technically taking away from people actually doing it legitimately. Also, I'm aware Cthulhu made a video about this topic 2 years ago, however, he only went to the extent of talking about top players that were speedrunning in the 7500 PP category. Still a good video, but I personally believe that the speedrunning side of Osu should be showcased more than just a single category. Once again, this is another intriguing way to enjoy the game. You know, something to spice it up a little bit, and the fact that some of these categories can be attempted from many different skill ranges makes it more inclusive. Speedrunning in video games is seriously captivating because it's about more than just playing. It's about mastering every aspect of the game to complete it in record time. For other games, you might have to use your skills and creativity to find the fastest route, or sometimes exploiting glitches to your advantage. But in Osu, it's as simple as clicking the circles. The community aspect adds another layer of excitement, as you compete alongside other players to achieve the best time. It's really beautiful, but you know what else is beautiful? My other videos, so give them a watch. Thanks to all my members. Mish, Matt, Noam, Noah, Haxel, Dim, YWD, Tazzy, Kosi, Shiramisu, Ziyu, Boba, and Schizo. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and bye bye.